Mother Goose and Beans is a pumpkin patch like no other. The Dillon family are third-generation farmers with a love for crazy pumpkins and a corn maze that gives a salute to agriculture. We've got the whole family with us today, as you can tell. Welcome, Pat, Becca. Girls, you gonna wave? Where's Myra? There's Myra. Cora, they're twins. And Viva, there they are. Welcome, everybody.
Hi, thanks for having us on.
Yes, absolutely. So, of course, I heard about you because I heard about some kettle corn, and we're going to talk about that in a moment, but we want to know where this kettle corn is coming from, too. So, of course, third-generation farmers, right, Pat?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So, and your farm is between
Earhart and Elizabeth, Minnesota.
Okay.
Just west of Highway 59.
Okay, so out towards Fergus Falls for all those that are not necessarily familiar. Okay, so got to talk first with Becca, because Becca, you are mother.
I am.
You are mother. Where is Goose? And it's not Mother Goose,
no,
but it's Goose.
This is Goose. This is Myra Goose.
Myra Goose, and then we have
Cora Bean.
Cora Bean. So really, the name is not Mother Goose.
No.
It is Mother Goose and Beans, right? So anyway, we have to get that straight. So of course, okay, you have a lot of pumpkins here, obviously. So huge variety of them. We've got some nubby pumpkins, we've got stackable pumpkins, you name it. But tell us how you got started with this, because I think your story is cute. And Pat probably didn't think it was so funny at first, but
I'm on board now. So.
Okay.
No, I had gone pumpkin shopping in a neighboring state, and what? There's so many cool pumpkins. They just weren't here. Yeah. And I had only ever seen orange and maybe white in different sizes, but let's see if we can do this thing around here in our area. And it works.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Because you used to be a hairdresser.
I was a hairstylist for 12 years in Fergus. And then we got married, had a set of surprise twins.
Surprise twins, here they are.
And then I stayed home with the girls, and once they got to be a year old, that's when I took that trip to Wisconsin, and it was like, oh my goodness, this sounds fun.
So you're like, honey,
let's try this.
We're gonna have a pumpkin patch.
Let's see if they grow here. And they grow here.
They grow here.
That's
fantastic.
It turned into a business that we were not setting out to achieve when we first started, and it really is kind of cool, because I think we're setting a cool precedence for our kids.
Oh yes, because everybody takes part, right? Do you get to go pumpkin picking, Viva? Yes? She's like, Okay, so not only it started with the pumpkins and the gourds, right?
Yep.
And then it evolved into?
Yeah. 2 years later, we decided, well, if people are coming for pumpkins, maybe we should offer something else. So we looked into a corn maze, and we have a 9-acre interactive corn maze. And it's really fun.
Okay, and here it is up on the screen. You can see this. This is amazing.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. So, Pat, I hear you're in charge of this.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the design, but you probably have some input. But I think you're maybe the person out there mowing.
Yeah, and we actually remove all the corn by hand. We plant the cornfield, say north and south, and then we turn at 90 degrees and plant it again.
Okay.
So you have a literal grid of corn, and then the design we get is on grid paper that is to scale to the field that we're in. So you literally count out however many rows from the corner, and say you start at row 300, you remove over 10 and up and around you go. So it's
and making your designs, because what are some of the designs out in this?
Well, in this
maze,
this year's maze, there's an American flag in there. There's also a picture of a tractor, because we're obviously tied to ag and like that side of things. So
we like to always keep it agricultural theme of some sort, because that's important to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you work a little harder when it touches your heart a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I know that, like you said, everybody does a little work.
Everybody chips in. Do you guys get in the corn maze
Yeah.
How many hours go into that corn maze, though? I mean, that seems very tedious.
It can be. We usually figure like around 60 man hours or hours combined
to create it.
Okay. And then let's talk kettle corn, because look at all this. This is all the different kettle corn that you have.
These are 4 that we do on a regular basis. Left to right there, we have an original caramel apple, a cinnamon French toast, and tutti frutti. Those are our 4 we make just about everywhere we go, but we can do other flavors, the sky's kind of the limit.
Uh-huh. And I hear this is delicious. I mean, this is what I was told about. They're like, okay, they have this great kettle corn out at Mother Goose and Beans. And I'm like, where's this?
Yeah, right.
Where can I get some kettle corn? So that's fantastic. And so, I mean, you do a lot with fundraising as well.
We do. We're starting to get into fundraising and private orders. So if your organization is interested in partnering for a fundraiser, get a hold of us. We'd love to talk about some details. We also take private orders often for
do like wedding favors or graduation parties.
idea.
We do mini bags. This is a regular size bag. We also have mini bags available for purchase, and so there's options.
There's options.
Yeah.
Well, we're close to out of time, but I just wanted to also throw out that obviously right now with the fall season, you are open for business. What are your hours?
Saturday and Sundays, weather permitting, from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. And then on Saturday, October 9th, we're going to be hosting a fall festival. So that's going to include our pumpkins, fall decor, the corn maze. The Kettle Corn will have live music all day on our stage. We'll have a food truck in and free face painting for the kids.
I love it. That sounds like a super blast. Right? All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us, and I hope people head on out there to Mother Goose and Beans. Thank you.
Sounds great. Thank you very
girls.
much.
Yeah, you bet. Motherhood Unfiltered coming up on today's show. We are learning more about an event that encourages moms to be their complete selves.